I'm Rick Buck and I've been a diamond consultant for 6 years. Today I'm going to show you how you can tell the difference between real and fake diamonds with tests that most people can do. So what I'm gonna do is see if I can go through these 7 gems and narrow down which type of gemstone each one of these is. So the first thing I will do is test all the gems for fluorescence. Almost all natural diamonds have at least a little bit of fluorescence when exposed to long wave UV light in a single beam. And you can almost always see this with the right low light conditions. When I'm doing this, the first 2 gems do nothing with the single beam long wave UV light. The third diamond has this strong fluorescence or glow, so it is likely a natural earth-created diamond. The fourth diamond has a faint fluorescence to it, so it too is likely an earth-created diamond. Note that the 5th to 7th gems, there is no blue illumination or glow to them. There might be a small blue reflection off of some of the facets, but no illumination deeper down. But the 4th slightly illuminates and the 3rd really illuminates. Now, when detecting diamonds, you should never go off of one test alone to determine what it is. Anyone can fake one aspect of a natural earth-created diamond, even fluorescence, but they usually do it at the cost of something else. Since I'm just doing simple tests today, I will prove why these other gems are fake diamonds and prove that the 2 center ones are real. Next, let's go to the see-through test. If you turn a real diamond or even a moissanite upside down, it is very difficult to read or see anything through the diamond as you see here. But when I take this first gem and turn it upside down, I can see the letters through it. Now, not super clear, but I can tell what the letters are if I try. This tells me it is highly likely cubic zirconia. To confirm that, I do a few more tests. On the left side of the screen here, I will have the prospective cubic zirconia gem, and on the right, a real diamond. Now I take them and put them under what we call an asset scope. A diamond pattern under an asset scope should look like this, but you can see it is off with the cubic zirconia gem. When I turn those gems upside down under an asset scope, they are way different. So I'm almost certain this is cubic zirconia, but further, when I measure the diameter of the gem table, it is about 6.5 millimeters wide on the prospective cubic zirconia. Typically, that would mean if this were a diamond, the weight would be close to 1 carat or 0.2 grams, which is 1 carat divided by 5, which is how you get the grams. But as you can see, that is not the case. This weighed close to 1.9 carats, almost double what you would expect from a real natural diamond. If you want more proof that this is cubic zirconia, a cheap $20 diamond tester on Amazon will test the thermal conductivity to reveal that this is not a real diamond. Also, when looking for its sparkliness, the cubic zirconia will not be as sparkly as a real diamond. Most real diamonds today are certified by a grading lab, which you want your diamond to be graded by a good grading lab so you don't get ripped off. If they are, you will have a diamond number inscribed on the girdle, at least with most of them today. Even newer moissanites will have these numbers inscribed on the side too. As you can see, this is a fake diamond and is very likely a cubic zirconia. Next, we move on to a fog test. If you fog up real diamonds as you would on a car window with your breath, they will barely fog up if they fog up at all. And when they do fog up, it almost instantaneously goes away. So when I fog up these gems, you can see the second gem fogs up and stays fogged up for a few seconds. This leads me to believe that we have a moissanite gem. Now, to confirm the second gem is a moissanite, let's go to the size and weight. This is more complicated than the cubic zirconia, so pay attention. When I measure the diameter, it is also close to 6.5 millimeters. When I weigh it, it is close to 1 carat, like a natural diamond you would expect to be. But when I look at the fake diamond under the asset scope and compare it to a natural diamond, you can see its inner arrows are shorter or more stumpy than the Earth-created diamond's inner arrows. Here is why. Typically, moissanites weigh slightly less than diamonds. To make them weigh about the same, they will keep the diameter of the moissanite the same, but make the peak of the gem underneath it longer, which adds just enough volume to the depth so they weigh about what you would think or expect a natural diamond to weigh at a certain diameter. However, as I explained, when they do this, it comes at the cost of an optimal diamond cut. And an excellent diamond cut creates an optimal sparkle out of a diamond, or a moissanite for that matter. So you see, because of their weight difference, you can't have all three line up in all those aspects. You must alter one characteristic at the cost of another. Either the size, weight, or cut grade will be off. In this case, it was the cut grade. And since it is the cut grade that is off, it will also affect its sparkliness, as you can see here too. Because that is what diamond cut does. It affects how sparkly the diamond is. On a side note, if you use a cheap diamond tester, it will say this gemstone is a diamond. If you use a moderately priced diamond tester, it will inconsistently identify this as either a diamond or a fake, which makes a cheap thermal tester obsolete because it is not consistent. But many moissanites today come with their own lab number inscribed on the side, as this one does. This ultimately tells me this is definitely a moissanite. Now let's get into the more difficult identification issues. The three diamonds on the right are all likely lab diamonds because they failed all my other tests, especially the fluorescence test. Even if these presumed lab diamonds did have fluorescence, it would likely be to shortwave fluorescence. Also, if lab diamonds do have fluorescence, they have a segmented look to them, or will be an off color of fluorescence, like a green. To confirm they are lab created, we need to know which type of lab created diamonds they are. If they are CVD lab created diamonds, they normally have two characteristics compared to HPHT diamonds. This is very difficult to tell, so this is where you have to pay close attention as well. Before I get to the best part, make sure you watch all my videos on how to plan the perfect proposal. I have thousands of ideas and tips on things like how to plan and photograph the proposal so you have great memories. Also, if you want more money to spend on the engagement, I show you how to save hundreds to thousands on the ring, and she will be impressed. Jewelers know that this is a one-time purchase you know nothing about, so take all my tips so you don't get ripped off, and use the links below this video because those are the best places to buy rings and also help to save money on those rings, so you can apply that to an amazing engagement. To do so, I'm going to go to the website where I got these diamonds. It is the least expensive and reputable place to buy diamonds, and their link is below this video. One of the reasons I love them is they use lights that expose the diamond flaws instead of concealing them, so you know exactly what you are getting. The diamond on the right here is the 7th of our original group of diamonds. The one on the left is our 6th diamond. Look at both of them from the side angle. Can you see how the right one looks like it has more of a brownish tint than the one on the left? This is typical of CVD or chemical vapor created diamonds. The better the color grade, the harder it is to detect, but all CVDs have more of a brownish tint if you are used to looking at them. Next, I turn the diamond and I move it back and forth. And I am looking for something to confirm this is CVD. I'm looking for a strain pattern. A strain pattern looks like someone took a brush over one of the facets of the diamond when it reflects color or light. So what you're trying to train your eye to see is that brushed overlook. Most of the time they are hard to find, but they are normally there if created by the CVD process. Under this lighting from the website that exposes flaws, you can see quite a bit. Going back, when I look at the 6th diamond again, I can't see any of these strain patterns, which tells me this is likely an HPHT lab created diamond. HPHT synthetic diamonds also have a distinguishing feature when you look at HPHT diamonds. You see, a few facets will often have odd color changes within the facet itself, instead of being a solid or gradient kind of sweeping color change. In other words, sometimes within the facet you will see distinct color changes. The more harsh of the color change and random the pattern, the more likely the diamond is HPHT. You can see lots of the blue facets have color changes. This is likely an HPHT diamond. Most important though is that there is no staining. One thing I should note is natural diamonds can also exhibit distinguishing features of CVD diamonds like staining. So this observation works best to see the difference between the types of lab diamonds. It can help a little to tell the difference between lab versus real diamonds, especially with a brown tinted CVD, but it works best once you kind of know it's lab created to tell the difference between the types. For example, this is our third gem from before, and a natural diamond. You can see it also has the strains, so we know it could either be a real diamond or a CVD diamond. So it is a little confusing, but those lines, or the brush strokes, if you will, are a little wider. Natural diamonds have wider strains normally than CVD diamonds, so this is likely a real diamond too. Okay, but can you see this is in perfect lighting from the website? You probably won't have this lighting and magnification unless you buy them there. Now, here's the 7th gem under normal lighting again. Can you see the strain patterns here? You can. It is harder to see and you need magnification, but you see the light brushed over look right here. This is likely CVD. Let's look at the 7th gem under the magnification. If you look long and hard enough, you can see a couple of facets with stark color changes and can't really see any brushed over strains. So we know that's an HPHT diamond. As always, the best way to tell what a diamond is and if it is real is to look at the lab report, often coinciding with the inscription code on the girdle or side of the diamond. Diamonds are identified and graded for many reasons. Here are the 6th and 7th diamond inscriptions when you magnify the diamond close up. And here, to verify, are the corresponding lab reports to verify what we've already determined. The inscription on them even states most of the time if it is a lab diamond. As you can see on our lab diamonds, it does. So let's look at diamond 5. We know it is a lab diamond. We just don't know which kind. So you decide for a second. It doesn't look like it has staining that I can see, so it likely is an HPHT diamond. It does not have that brownish tint either. And here you have all those diamonds labeled again. In order left to right: cubic zirconia, moissanite, earth diamond, HPHT lab diamond, HPHT lab diamond, and the CVD lab diamond. Lab reports are the best way to tell what kind of gemstone you have because gemologists can easily determine and inspect with their sophisticated equipment and have already done the work for you. Trust in those lab reports and watch more of my videos on them if you want to know more. Moving on. On my channel, I have tons of proposal tips and idea videos from how to plan, photograph, and deliver the perfect proposal that she is going to love. Also, watch one of my many how to shop for engagement rings and diamond videos. Or mark my words, they know how to rip you off. The best places to buy diamonds are in the description below to save hundreds to thousands on engagement rings, and they are the best and most reputable places to buy diamond engagement rings. Like, subscribe, and watch another one now.